handcrafting a weathered Ghibli water wheel, turning silent streams into radiant starlight. This is the story of something hidden deep within the forest. Something that does not simply exist, but remembers and listens and breathes in silence. What if a simple wooden wheel could turn silence itself into light? Not ordinary light, but something alive, something glowing with memory. Something that feels like it has always existed.
Far beyond the reach of noise and time, there is a place where forgotten things still move gently with meaning. Not broken by age, not erased by time. Only waiting, patient and still, as if the world paused just to let it wake again.
And tonight, we step inside that forgotten breath of the forest. Before anything begins, the forest teaches silence, not emptiness, but presence. A shape hides in the mist like a forgotten memory, waiting to be seen again.
Not lost, only waiting.
We find cedar wood, resting under moss and time itself.
Each grain carries rivers that no longer flow.
We do not choose quickly. We listen first.
Some materials choose us back.
Every tool is placed with quiet intention.
Even silence becomes part of preparation.
The first cut is soft, like asking permission.
And the wood responds instead of resisting.
Shape begins to emerge from hidden form.
We are not creating it, we are uncovering it.
We leave imperfections because they carry life.
Perfection would erase its story.
A rhythm begins between hand and wood.
Like breathing shared between two worlds.
Piece by piece, it begins to exist.
Balance appears naturally.
Everything finds its center.
And everything understands its place.
It moves like memory returning, as if it already remembers how. We let time become part of it.
Time settles into its surface.
It feels like it has always existed.
As if it was never new.
Moss spreads like quiet memory, returning.
Nature recognizes what belongs.
Something unseen begins to gather.
Not watching, but remembering.
Water touches wood, and everything pauses.
Two ancient forces meet.
Then it moves.
Guided by flow.
Balance is finally found. Not forced, not controlled, but naturally arriving. Like the river and the wheel have agreed to move together as one living rhythm.
And in that moment, nothing resists. Everything simply follows flow.
Something begins to wake inside the wheel, not as sound, but as light, like memory, slowly remembering how to exist again.
As if the wood itself is breathing after a long silence.
The light no longer flickers. It learns to stay, like a heartbeat, finding its natural rhythm.
And everything around it begins to align without effort.
A spark escapes, gently rising upward, like it has discovered a sky it never knew existed.
And it does not return. It chooses to stay above.
The forest begins to respond softly, as if it recognizes something it has been waiting for without knowing.
Everything here is listening, even the silence.
reality begins to soften at its edges as water turns into flowing light and the world starts to forget where ordinary ends.
And what remains is something more than real, something remembered.
As we move deeper into the forest, it feels like the world is no longer just around us, but gently pulling us inward, like it wants to reveal something it has hidden for a very long time.
And every step feels like entering a memory that already knows us.
The air begins to feel different, as if it is no longer empty, but filled with unseen meaning, waiting to be felt.
Even silence feels like it is listening now.
Far ahead, a faint glow appears, like a memory refusing to disappear.
It has been here all along. We just could not see it.
Everything begins to feel connected, as if nothing in this forest has ever truly been separate.
It was always one system. We are just now seeing it.
A gentle shift spreads outward, as if reality is adjusting itself to something newly awakened.
And nothing resists it. Everything allows it.
The light no longer moves randomly. It begins forming patterns, like it is trying to speak without words.
As if reality is learning how to communicate.
The glow becomes steady, like it has finally found its rhythm.
Everything now moves in balance.
The water is no longer just water. It begins to feel like flowing light.
Flow becomes alive.
Something unseen begins to gather, as if it is finally responding.
Something unseen.
The stars begin to shift, as if responding to something. Unseen thought, feeling, something quietly connecting.
Nothing here exists by chance. Everything moves as part of something greater.
Everything begins to settle into a harmony where nothing feels separate, as if the sky, the water, and the light are all part of the same living presence.
A continuous exchange where nothing is lost and everything supports everything else.
The light continues without end. The connection never breaks. And what began as something small now becomes something that can never truly end.
No beginning, no end. Only a continuation that has always been unfolding.
The sky opens into something endless, and light begins to return, connecting everything as if it was never separate.
There was never a limit. Only the boundaries we believed were real. And now, everything moves as one.
The beginning and the ending merge into one moment. What we remember becomes what we see, as if it has all happened before.
Nothing is ahead or behind. Everything exists together, still yet endlessly continuing.
A single sound returns, and everything begins again as if it never truly stopped.
This was never an ending, only a continuation beyond what we can see.
What you are witnessing is still happening, even now.
And what if it only began the moment you started noticing it?